Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And every video I do, I think it's an important one. And this one is no different. Always doing my best to bring you developments that impact this space. Today, we're talking about a huge strategic acquisition that was made by SBI. Why do we pay so much attention to SBI? Well, one of the reasons is because for years now, the CEO, Mr. Kitao, his moves and his focus have been followed by Ripple. It's a pattern that is proving to be spot on over and over again. There's also spam on the XRP ledger. I'm going to tell you how it got there. Weetza Wind gives us a list of the upside features for the new Hooks chain. And what is going on with the automated market maker voting? There's nothing going on. I've got the inside scoop. And finally, the XRP ledger and Ripple at an ETH conference? What's going on there? We've got boots on the ground to keep us updated. All right, everybody, let's go. Okay, we're going to start with SBI, and it will let you follow along with my theory that has been developing over the past few years. There is the SBI group. They are in Japan. There's over 200 companies. It's a financial conglomerate, and they are building an ecosystem for the blockchain and cryptocurrency like seriously no other out there. When they make a move, it is so curious that over and over again, Ripple has followed with the same type move. So when today I saw that SBI Digital Asset Holding Group, they are the venture arm in Singapore. They're wholly owned by Mr. Kitao. They announced an acquisition of an RMO license. That would be a recognized market operator's license for securities. They got that license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and they did that for Asia Next. They are going to start they're ready to go, a digital securities exchange in Singapore for tokenized assets. And it's going to be combined with their cryptocurrency derivatives. This is going to cover a wide range of digital assets under rigorous compliance and risk management standards. To show you how fully comprehensive this is becoming, Asia Next will further acquire licenses based on the Payment Services Act in the future. So this entity in Singapore, SBI DAH, the Digital Asset Holdings Group, they own SBI Digital Markets, which, listen to this, handles the digital asset issuance operations. So we see SBI and Ripple both going in deep to really own the infrastructure for tokenized assets and the cryptocurrency services. We're going to take a look at what's going on with the voting on the automated market maker. But first, I want to tell you that the XRPL zone, it's not the Ripple zone, it's the Ledger zone. And they are at the biggest DeFi, heavy Ethereum-focused, permissionless conference in Austin. XRP community members yet to grasp Ethereum's significance in blockchain because of their EVM, their Ethereum virtual machine, or maybe they're influenced, I would say biased based on asshat Hinman. Yeah, that's a new vocabulary that comes from Moon Lambo. Need to evolve because the up and coming XRPL with the EVM bridge is going to be significant to the demand and adoption of the XRP ledger. Remember, to move price, it's really a matter of simple supply and demand. We have a boots on the ground participation in the XRPL booth. There's 5 of the projects that Ripple has brought to this conference, and they're going to share with us many things during the event. So stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing a little bit of that scoop. This is an example of an XRP transaction. You can see the transaction hash at the bottom. And in the memo, you'll see that there's a message. Maybe you've seen this before and maybe not. But in this particular case, somebody is trying to get you to go to a donation faucet by just clicking on the button in the Telegram bot, and you can get some tokens every day, they say, only for the ZUM users. Spam on the XRP ledger is any unwanted or unsolicited transaction that gets sent out in bulk. Some people have figured out how they can combine the low fees of the XRP ledger with the memo field to send low value transactions to a large number of accounts. And by doing this, they can get their message out to thousands of people at this very low cost. So does it cost you anything? No, don't worry. This is just a marketing ploy to get you to participate in their project. People who send unsolicited transactions on the XRP ledger are trying to get you to buy their token or their NFT. What can you do about it? Well, not a whole lot. I would say just ignore it. But there are some people who receive spam. They'll take it upon themselves to contact the scam token issuers and explain in very often strong language that spamming a public network is unwanted and undesirable. They are working on trying to figure out some way to fix this. They're considering a proposal to amend the XRP ledger. The transactions with long memos will be subjected to escalating fees. That's probably one way to detour them. All right, real quick, let's take a look at this post that came from Weetza Wind. And I shared it with Moon Lambo because I listened to his video yesterday. When I came across this list, I knew he would appreciate it. So what we have here is the list of benefits to the ecosystem with the Hooks chain. First and foremost, there's no risk to the mainnet, all right? And still available for the mainnet to use. The new features and opportunities for the ecosystem will arise from this Hooks chain. It'll give us more things to build and more things to grow in the ecosystem. No one loses anything. Everyone can choose multiple networks in unison. XRP is not touched. Zahao adds value to the ecosystem and even makes XRP more scarce on the mainnet if people take their network consumption to the sidechain for that special feature. That would be the burn to mint. Zahao adds value to the ecosystem and even makes the XRP more scarce on the mainnet if people take their network consumption to the sidechain for specific features. That would be the burn to mint. But that is totally an option, and actually it is really for people who are more interested in building. It's not for speculation. The Hooks chain can also target some of the retail and enterprise-focused use cases that otherwise would have gone off and used another protocol or network. And finally, the XRP Ledger mainnet can one day adopt hooks if it wants, based on the facts, production results on Zahao. So there is just nothing but upside for the XRP mainnet. The XRP automated market maker is up for a vote, but nobody's voting. And so I asked vet_XO on Twitter, because he runs a voting validator, what's going on? And so he said that although he is likely to vote for this amendment, the validators want to see benchmark results to have a good estimate of impact on the network. This phase, he goes on to say, is tedious, but the most important one to safeguard the network. The AMM, as it is called for short, unfortunately has some open questions, and validators don't review code. The audits that are done only cover about 90%. So we saw that the last audit that came from CerTic, I believe it was, did their job, gave it a green light, but there was some bugs that were found after. So they're only catching the obvious mistakes. Currently, there is a massive lack of experience among people who can really go deep with the rippled expertise. So this process and the discussions are going to continue a little longer. How long? It's really, I think, very difficult to say. I'm going to let the guys from UpperSand, who joined me last Friday evening and discussed their new project that is built on the Flare network. So why do we pay attention to projects on Flare? Because it's integrated with the XRP ledger. This is a short 1 minute, 53-second clip. It's just a taste of what is coming in its entirety tomorrow. So until then, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm really passionate about trying to disrupt education for the next generation using new technologies to enable that. I've been in the field for about 7 years now, and the first project that I invested in was actually XRP. In terms of UpperSand, the way I always try to explain it is it's a platform where you can learn from the top 1% of achievers. So the idea here is to learn from people that have kind of been there and done it and really get access to their whole experience rather than just buying the course. Say, for example, for £300-400, you buy an access pass to the course, which is an NFT, which enables you to resell it after you finish. So we're kind of inadvertently creating the world's first secondary market for online education. E-learning is a 200 billion a year industry, rising to 600 billion a year by 2030. Zero secondary market. So there's the opportunity there to bring that into e-learning and Web3.
Now it's so exciting what's going on in Web3. And when I met Jake and he was looking at like how we revolutionize education, and having been in it, and also I've been in the sort of startups now for about 10 years as well, the overlap of all of these things, suddenly I thought, wow, this is really, really cool. And I get pitched ideas every day. Probably every week there's maybe like 40 different ideas I get pitched. And when I spoke to Jake and we first started talking about this, it was one of the first times in a long time that I've been like, wow, this is really, really cool.